Don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do.
Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me right. Good boy's a liar.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome the fuck back to my motherfucking podcast. We are in the motherfucking building, okay? It is your host, your very own Alexis. Nice to meet y'all. For the newcomers, for the old comers. Hey again, what's up? I do have a special guest with me, also my longtime friend. Her name is Denasia. Hey guys, how are you today?
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, I just made these drinks for the podcast. First of all, follow me on Instagram, slimthicklex_, 2 X's, 2 C's. This shit is fire, okay? I made a sangria. You know, if you already follow me on Instagram, you know I make the best drinks that there is. And if you've already tried my drinks, then you know I ain't capping neither, okay? Holla at your girl.
She really isn't, because when I say these drinks are drinking right now, these shits are so good. You're missing out.
So, let's just get into how we know each other. So basically, we know each other from school. We met each other in high school, and we kind of like was close. Then we drifted apart. Then we was like not close because our friends weren't cool. And I'm the type of person where it's like, if I'm your friend and you don't fuck with that person, I don't fuck with that person either. So, you know? And then it was kind of like, you know, tit for tat type of shit going on, and people saying things that weren't true, and that kind of like adds fuel to the fire. That's why you can't really fuck with certain people, and I don't fuck with those people. And we ended up after high school just reconnecting again, and that's just how we got close, basically. So this episode we're going to be talking about mental health. Now, the reason why I chose my good girlie over here is because she knows a lot about mental health problems, because she also suffers from mental health stuff as well. She's also a mom, you know, she's been doing it on her own for a long time. As you heard me say in a previous episode, you know, I was shouting her out and stuff like that because she had a question to ask me. So I was letting her know, like, you know, bitch, you doing the damn fucking thing, okay? Mm-hmm. Like, you're doing the damn thing. Every fucking thing that there is to be done as a mother, you're doing it. Like, you're doing it all while going through things mentally. And that doesn't get talked about enough, you know? It also doesn't get talked about. So sorry about that. We had technical difficulties. But we're back again. So again, like I was saying, that what doesn't get talked about enough is the mental health that we go through, you know, in the black community. But we're going to get into that. So first things first, what is mental health, right? So you know me, I'm going to always give y'all the dictionary of what it says on Google. So mental health is a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being, basically. So for example, like I can say, well, you stress me out to the point where you're affecting my mental health. Things that are overwhelming, that can be overbearing, you know, it doesn't have to also always be like something triggering you for you to mentally go through it. You can literally be going through it out of the blue, you know, depending on what your diagnosis is, or if you're just stressed out, you know. Stress, that's not really a diagnosis that you need. Everybody gets stressed out. This fucking world is crazy. You will get stressed out. The fuck? You know? So that's a good example for that, right? So it's so important. Now, let's get into why it's important. I feel like it's important because you just gotta know. Like, you have to know what you're going through mentally. You have to know that it's okay to face things mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like back then, maybe more so, we live in a world where you're not supposed to be going through anything. You're supposed to just live life, do this from A to Z, and then die at the end. And then that's that. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you're going through something mentally, they're either going to deem you retarded or unstable or unfit. And that's not normally the case, because I suffer from things mentally, and I'm well capable of doing a lot of things and then some. You feel me? So I wouldn't more so say that though. So why do you think it's important?
Well, let's see. I personally believe it's important. When it comes down to people and their mentality, you don't know a person's situation. You don't know what they've been through. So how are you going to tell me a person A that is raised on survival versus a person raised on love? That's a perfect example. That right there, you cannot tell a person based on survival how to love somebody. Just like you cannot tell me, you as a
That's true.
person not going through something mentally, you cannot tell me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be down. It's not okay for you to want to sit in your bed or be depressed. It's not okay. How are you to tell me that?
Exactly. I agree. Exactly. So, boom. Next, let's get into the next topic. Sorry, y'all, I'm going on my phone. You know me. I wish I had a motherfucking like the news channel where they be having the little shit that they read, a prompter, a teleprompter. I really wish I had that shit, but I don't. Okay, we are in the ghetto. We not bougie yet. All right. When I get 1 million subscribers and I'm making hella bands off this shit, then I'll get me a nice little projector to read off that shit, right? But for right now, this is what we got. I'm working with what I got. All right.
Love me or leave me, okay?
There we go. Boom. So, it's not addressed in the black community enough. Let me say that again. Mental health is not addressed in the black community enough, and that is a fucking problem. Do you know how much times people have told me that their family members have even told them that they should not go to a therapist, or they should not say that they're going through this because that means that there's something is wrong with them? Well, duh. Something is wrong with me mentally. And as a family member, they're coming to you letting them know that they need help, and you're telling them that they're fine. No, they're not fucking fine. If they were fine, they wouldn't be coming to you. They wouldn't be making irrational or crazy ass decisions. They wouldn't be probably suicidal. You don't know what anyone is going through mentally, because you can suffer from 1,000,001 fucking things mentally. That's why I always say, and I do, check up on my friends, my family members, and stuff like that, because life can be overwhelming. Okay? It can be. So, if you are listening to this and you're a black person, understand that it is okay to talk, especially black men, because they feel like they can't say anything regarding their feelings because it will make them feel less of a man. And I'm here to tell you now, it will make you more of a man that you've expressed yourself, because there are some women out there who are understanding of those men who want to be heard. Not the men, not the men who feel like they need to talk to belittle you and what you got going on, and like, well, nigga, I'm not like you. Like, I don't need this shit. I'm not you. You a crazy bitch, not me. No, you don't need those type of niggas. No, you need a man who understands your mental health, who respects it, and who can relate, because they're going through it too. Okay? That's what the fuck people need. You want to add more onto this, the black community?
Yes. I need my black people to know that it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to ask for help.
Alrighty.
I understand more than anybody. When it comes down to you and how you are perceived mentally, it's okay to reach out to people. Hey, such and such, so and so, I'm not doing so well today. Can you just come over and sit with me in the house? Or can you just be on the phone with me? Sometimes people just need to know that they have somebody in their corner. Because when we don't have people in our corner, it leads us to do things that later on we're going to regret. But at that moment, we were not thinking straight because we just wanted the pain to end.
Exactly. I agree. So next we are going to be asking Miss Denasia questions. We are going to put her in a hot seat, y'all.
Ooh.
All right. So we are going to be talking about her mental health. Can you first start off by telling us what is your diagnosis and what year were you diagnosed?
So I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder around the age of 5 or 6. A little bit after that, then I got tongue-tied. What the fuck? Got diagnosed with bipolar depression at the age of 10. I started getting severe migraines from that. I don't wish that on nobody. Then in 2019, In 2019, I was diagnosed with PTSD. Some traumatic incident happened, and I've never, I've never recovered from it quite well. But I'm learning it's okay, one step at a time,
Exactly.
and that's just about it.
Okay, so now we have a clear view of what she's diagnosed with, which is also why she's here on the podcast, because I want to more so interview and ask people who are currently suffering and fighting every day to live and to, just make it past the 24 hours. So I chose her because, questions like these won't offend her and she'll be able to answer them as thorough as possible because she knows the topic. So, first question. How do you deal with your mental health while battling everyday life priorities as well as mother duties?
Whew, that's a good one. Sometimes I don't have a choice because if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? There are days when I feel like I can't even do it, but I know if I don't do it, who's gonna do it?
I hear you, man. I'm a mother too, so she's talking at Hispla, okay?
Listen,
Next question. Was there ever a point in time where you felt like your mental health would have won? How old were you? And explain more on what happened.
so when I first attempted suicide, I'm not supposed to be here, and the only reason that I am here is because my mom came home at the right time and she found me. I was in high school. Some girl that I thought was my friend wasn't my friend. I was going through situations at my house. I was living with my dad. We were in and out of shelters with my mom. My mom couldn't do it no more, so we moved in with my dad. It was a lot dealing with him and him trying to be a parent when he really wasn't in my life. So, it was kind of weird. And then a whole bunch of other shit. So I go to high school thinking, okay, fresh start, make some friends. Didn't work out like that. God knocked my ass back down a couple seats. He was like, stop that shit.
It was like, slow your rolls.
Slow my roll. And from there, this girl spread a bunch of rumors about me, and I was already going through so much. So I made the decision to swallow a bunch of pills one day and prayed for the best. And from there, my mom just told me, like, it's okay to not be okay. And from there, back in, what year was that? 2015, I believe it was. From there on,
So it was like 13, 14, or like 16, 15,
I should have been 15, 16.
Okay.
From that moment forward, I've been in therapy ever since. Best decision.
Well, I just want to say, thank you for sharing that. And this is a safe space. And I'm glad that, your mom walked in at the time that you did because I wouldn't have you as a friend
Yes.
today. So I'm glad that
Amen.
she was here for you. So, and yeah, you said how old you were already. Okay, so next question. What are ways you use now to cope with your mental health? That's one question.
Well, because I'm a mom, majority of the time running around playing with the kids, reading to them. I love reading. That's my love language. Like, just in case y'all ever wondering. Reading, it just does something to me. I read, I cook, I sing, I play with the kids, listen to music. Music is therapy for the soul. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Now you fucking know, okay? Are these methods working? If not, what do you think you can do to get better help with your mental health?
The methods help to an extent. I just recently started journaling. I recommend journaling. It gets all of your feelings out on paper. And then after that, my therapist told me to start ripping the pages out after I write, especially if I go through something traumatic for the day. Write it down, burn it after that, you let it go. You learn that it's not your fault.
I heard
And
about
it
that too.
helps.
Right. So next question. You mentioned that you did therapy. So what age was your first therapy session and did it help you? And if it didn't help you, what age did you go back to therapy and are you in therapy now?
So I've been ongoing in therapy since, like, I was about, I want to say 9 or 10. And at first it didn't help because I was very angry. So we went from therapy to anger
I know how that go.
management.
I definitely know how that go.
back to therapy, then back to more anger management. And then I just stopped therapy around, I want to say 17. After I had my kids, I went back to therapy in 2019 while I was pregnant with my second child. And I've been ongoing in therapy since then.
Okay, all right, that's good. I commend you for being in therapy. Snaps to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you ever been gaslit because of your anxiety? I mean, because of your mental health? Have you ever felt so misunderstood even by your own difficulty? But we're back again. So I got cut off at the end, but I said that I asked if Denasia had ever felt so misunderstood even by her own family and friends, as well as ever being gaslit by because of her mental health.
So, I'm trying to think of what I was about to say. Cannot remember. So, when I used to live with my dad, he was one of the people who was big on he don't believe in mental health problems. He doesn't believe that one of his children can suffer from mental health. And I guess it's because him growing up, my dad's Jamaican, so Caribbean households is really heavy on we don't
I
believe
already
in none
know
of that
that. My
shit.
mom Jamaican too. I know how that go.
They don't believe in none of that shit. You think something wrong with you? Go drink some tea.
Exactly, because therapy is not for them.
It's not. They don't believe in talking to people about your problems. So it was a lot of fighting with him on that. And my mom's always been supportive, so she's my rock. That's like my best friend in the whole world. And what was the other part of the
If you
question?
ever felt misunderstood even by family and friends because of your mental health.
Oh, yes, of course. Especially going through school and stuff like that. A lot of people didn't understand why some days I'm happy. A couple seconds later, like, I just don't want to be bothered. Just sitting in the corner by myself being antisocial. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I get that too. Sometimes they call you the weirdo. Whole time you're trying your best to come out of your comfort zone to be around people, and that in itself is mad hard to do.
Exactly. Like, I'm over here drowning, and y'all think, oh, yeah, you're weird. Like, no, I'm trying to survive right now.
Exactly. And last question, how are you feeling right now? Are you okay?
I don't even know how to answer that. I'm okay partially, but I'm not okay, but I'm okay.
I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. I get it. Well, I'm always praying for you.
I'm praying for you, too.
Thank you. That's great. Friends who pray together stick together.
Period.
Okay?
If you ain't got Jesus, who do you really have?
Okay, so I want to kind of get more into depth with mental health, more so with being as though we're both mothers, and it's a lot of mothers out there in this world. So I want to kind of get into like one of those mental healths would be in postpartum depression. So both of us actually have suffered from it, and there's a lot of people who don't speak on it, or who are single mothers going through it alone and they have to suffer from it. And sometimes they don't even know that they're going through postpartum, that all of these changes are happening. So I feel like, some of them overcome it versus the others who can't bear it and then they commit suicide. And then stemming from that, that's where suicide is another form of mental health. Because there are people who live on this earth right now who every single day they feel like they want to die because it's too much up there. It's just too much. Which is why I always share things and say things like, check on people, especially your most strongest people. The one that's always checking on everybody, that's always making sure everybody's good, the backbone of the fucking friendship, the friendship circle. That one person, check on that person. Because it's always the most happiest people in the circle that's the most miserablest ones at night. behind closed doors because they don't want to see that they're not winning in their life mentally, because they know that you guys feed off of their positivity, their strive. So they try to make sure that they're positive and they're striving for the best every single day. But at the same time, they're battling with not trying to kill themselves, People like that live on this earth today. And I am one of those people. I am.
Amen.
I definitely am. I have been clinically diagnosed with anxiety depression, and I've been going through it for years now, since 2018, and it has been rough. I was sexually touched as a child. I was basically a child, so it was very hard for me to basically like kind of be a kid. I was very much sexually developed early because of what I went through as a kid. I wanted to be more into like knowing what things are sexually and this and that, and don't get me wrong, I had a good childhood as well, but that kind of fucked me up too, mentally. And then deriving from that, growing up, having hardships. My sisters grew up closely, and then I'm like so many years apart from them. I kind of grew up with my cousins more so. So it's like stuff like that. And then the whole growing up now, shift to that. I'm in my 20s now, living on my own, doing things on my own, and I'm away from my family. So detachment, all of that, it becomes too much sometimes. And I know a lot of you guys see me on Instagram or whatever social media that you have me on, and it looks like, yeah, she's doing the damn thing. Like, I want to be you. And a lot of people say, you're my inspiration. I look up to you. Like, I can show you 1,000,001 screenshots of that I get daily. And I appreciate it because you guys make me strive to go push myself more, but at the same time, it's hard. It is. It's hard not to want to die because something in my brain is telling me I don't need to be here. It's hard fighting that every day. And then also being my friend's backbone, my family's backbone, always having their back. Sometimes you need someone to have your own back. And sometimes I don't have somebody to have my own back because sometimes it's hard to explain the things that I went through and then at the same time explain to them what I'm going through, especially if they don't understand what I'm going through. That's why I like to talk to people who are also suffering from things mentally, because they can more so grasp what I'm going through rather than someone who doesn't go through anything mentally, and it's hard for them to get me, so they get frustrated and now we're arguing because I have a mental health problem. I don't ever want it to get there, because you shouldn't want to have so much baggage that it becomes someone else's baggage. At the end of the day, that's something that you're going through mentally. It's just nice to have a support group. It's nice to have support, but it's not okay to throw everything onto that one person, because just like how you're human, they're human too. So you also got to think about stuff like that. And some people gaslight them and say, well, we didn't tell you to have those kids. And you're probably fucking right. Nobody told us to go sit on some dick, get nutted on, and have these fucking kids. Nobody did. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, I'm still the same person that you met before I had those fucking kids. So the relationship should have never changed. You changed it because I had the kid.
Exactly.
And that's where the problem lies.
Exactly.
You should still be the same you, because I'm the same me. I just got fucking kids now. That's the only difference. So just my main goal for this episode is so people are more aware, because they're aware, but be extra aware of what people are going through mentally. Because we may look like we're doing the damn thing, but you don't know what we're fighting to go through each and every fucking day just to do the damn thing.
Deadass.
Understand that part too, okay? You want to elaborate more?
People think when they say battling demons is cute. You don't understand the struggles that I am going through in my head that's telling me every day that I'm not going to amount to shit and I'm not good enough. But I still have to get up and put on a cape because I have to be a mom. You don't understand that. Battling demons, I don't wish that on anybody.
Ooh.
My head is so mentally fucked up sometimes where I just can't even get out of bed. I have to force myself to eat something. It's going on 12 in the morning and I still haven't eaten a meal because I am too depressed to even get up and make something. It is hard out here, especially when you're a mom
Oh,
with
Pam.
no help
He
at
trying to
all.
get his money for the rent.
Period. You got to worry about how the baby going to eat. What am I going to do? It's just me. I can't work plus take care of a newborn at the same exact time.
They sure don't have one of those in-house work and daycare type of places.
They really don't.
No establishments have those.
They don't.
And just in case, because that's not my type of thing, make that shit. Like,
Make that
shit. Make a job where there's places for kids, single mothers, to have their kids so they can make a living and take care of their kids. Help them out.
Exactly.
Come on now. Come on, U.S. I hope the United States is watching.
Y'all are part of the
The
problem.
government, please
Yeah.
pay attention. Y'all are definitely a part of the fucking problem.
Exactly.
Because some people don't mind, like, they want to go through, like, the whole embryo thing and be a single mother. They're okay with that. But there are other people who did not plan that. And there's a lot of people are like that. We did not plan to be single mothers. We became single mothers. Because that's the
Exactly.
choice that we chose when there were no other options, because it's either be a single mother or stay in an abusive relationship. Be a single mother or stay in a relationship and get no help. Be a single mother or stay in a relationship just because it looks good. Like, no, I'm sacrificing my happiness for a picture, for an image, to make the next person happy and I'm unhappy. Absolutely fucking not.
You got me
And then
fucked
it's
up.
like, what example am I setting for my kids?
Exactly.
Again, we're mothers, so we always have to be thinking about the next generation. And our children are that, the next generation.
Exactly.
So we really just want everyone to be aware that mothers, fathers too, shit, male and females, everyone is going through something. A quick, hey, I just want to see how you're doing, goes so fucking long. Or I'm going to ship some flowers to her house and a little note, just so you know I'm thinking of you, goes a long
Yes, it
fucking way.
does.
Because you don't know that when we're suffering mentally or we're having a mental breakdown or episode, we're back again.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Right. So, boom. So, back to what I was saying about the suicide and mental health and stuff. So, basically, I just want everybody to be aware of mental health, check on your most strongest people, family, friends, whoever, shit, check on yourself. Self-care is important.
Amen.
Take that 5, 20, 30 minutes, shit, an hour to yourself to just just breathe, because you take in a lot. This is for you. You take in a lot. You need that time for yourself. I don't care about work, about school, about whatever the fuck. Even if you have to lock yourself in that fucking bathroom, turn the tub on, turn the lights off, and play some fucking music. Even if it's 10 minutes out your day. Take the time for you, because you are going to overcloud your mind with a lot of bad and negative thoughts, because it's just so bottled up. It can't help itself but to just, it can't help itself. So take the time. You need that. Anything you want to say?
She said it. She said what she said. Respectfully. And I agree with everything she said. Make sure that you put you first. Always put you first. You take on a role of everybody else's problem, but you forget about yourself majority of the time.
There we go.
Self-care is the best.
The best care.
Even if you have to wake up a whole 20, 30 minutes before while everybody else is sleeping, just to take some time for yourself,
Do it.
do it.
Do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay, so before we reach the end of this lovely, good podcast, which I feel like this was a real good one. So if you are not
Definitely.
tuned in and subscribed, you are missing out, beloved. Okay?
Most definitely.
Okay. So before we end this off, you know me, I like to do my questions at the end of it. I post a poll, and people on Instagram or social media will just tell me things that they would like for me to speak on. So I'm just going to do that. So two of questions were from Denasia right here. She sent it to me on Instagram, but she was a special guest. She's annoying, but
Of
whatever the fuck.
course.
Her first question that she asked was, how do you deal with triggers, me personally? So basically what I do is I like to color. So I have a coloring book. I have crayons. So I definitely color. I love to speak to my mom. Like, I don't know if that's like a thing with anybody else, but I call my mom for everything. The slightest convenience, I'm calling my mom for, okay?
Mothers know best.
I call my mom for it all. So I'm calling my mom, or I speak to my twin. Hey, twin. I'm constantly talking to her ass too, and you know, she is one of those friends where she's gonna give me real right. Like, she's not gonna tell me what I want to hear, and I need that. You know, she's the type of friend where she don't like that sometimes. Sometimes she wants you to tell me what she wants to hear, which is why she knows to only come to me with selective shit, cause I only know how to be blunt. That's just my only way. That's the only way I know. So either you want to tell me or don't, but it's on your own accord what I choose to say after, because you came
Can't
to
get
me for the
mad.
advice, right? Exactly. Was, what does mental health mean to me? So mental health means to me is basically when things just get too much. And in all any aspect that there is, it just gets too much, and it just starts messing with you mentally. It just starts messing with your brain. You can't think straight. You can't function properly. Although you may be intellectually inclined to do things as far as everyday life and going to school and things that you grew up, like you learned from, like as a baby, you learned to walk, crawl, stuff like that, those natural things, you still have this wall up, and behind that wall is all those negative thoughts and stuff that will feed into the slightest inconvenience that happens in your life. And the minute you have a slight inconvenience, the wall knocks down and all of those negative thoughts come in. So I feel like that's more so what mental health means to me. It's just like when it just becomes too much. Like, just to just put it in plain terms, it just becomes too much. And the last question is from my son, Annabelle. What's up, Annabelle? She said that, not a question, but talk about how mental health issues doesn't make it okay to project what you're going through onto others. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. You can answer that one. You can start that off.
So, just because you feel like you're going through it does not make it okay for you to just dump your problems on somebody.
Yep.
First things first, you don't know what somebody else is going through. You gotta ask, like, hey, I'm calling, I need to vent. Is it okay if I just dump on you? It's either you're gonna get a yes or you're gonna get a
Hello.
no. And you cannot be mad if you get the no. Sometimes people cannot deal with everybody's problems at one time.
And you don't even know if that person is going through something too. That's why it's
Exactly.
okay to ask them.
Exactly. You can call me whenever, but if you need to vent, please let me know so I can make sure I am in the right headspace for you.
Hello. Because I probably could have just stumped my fucking toe, cursed out my mama, going into it with my boyfriend, and mad at my daughter because she's being bad in school. And you want to put your load on me? Hell no. Because now I'm going to curse you out.
Exactly.
And it wouldn't be okay for me to go through all of that and project that onto you. So why you think it's okay to do that to me?
Exactly.
Which is why I always, if I'm like too upset, I don't think about it first because I know who to do it to. Like, for example, I can do that to like my twin. I can do that to like my sisters and stuff like that. Like, because they don't mind, because they know for a fact that if I'm just like outburst and just full rage and text, it's because in the moment I'm highly pissed off. Like, if I'm tight raging, I'll FaceTime my twin mad fast, stuff like that, you know. And now I'm getting close with Denasia, so I know to call her. I've called her when I was in Manhattan, barefooted, losing my fucking mind, screaming, going crazy. So it's just like, you know who to call to, you know what I'm saying? But even if you still know that, it's still also okay to ask them, because I do also ask, hey, you busy? Hey, you free? Hey, can we talk? I also do still ask that, even though I know these are the people who wouldn't mind me just projecting my shit onto them because they got me, you know?
Yes. Them drinks is drinking, okay?
Can I get to them drinks? Sweet drinks. Show me the way, 'cause I got drinks today.
Yeah, we do.
I'm on round 2, by the way.
Yeah. For the first time, I am still on round 1. That's crazy.
And it's fire.
It's fine.
That's why. By the way, just in case, I'm not promoting anything. Just want to put this, because, you know, this is YouTube. I'm not promoting shit. But just in case y'all want to know, local supermarket, sangria.
Yes.
Yeah, sangria.
Weekdays we drink wine. Weekends we drink hard alcohol.
Alrighty.
Period.
And that concludes this episode. I want to thank everyone who are subscribed. We are at 35 subscribers right now. We need 65 more to reach my first goal, which is 100 subscribers. Okay, let's do it. I am manifesting that will be 1,000 subscribers before 2023 is over.
Amen.
I soon will be making money off of this podcast shit. I will be having merch soon with my face on it.
Period.
That says
Support.
the Bad Bougie and Blunt Podcast. I'll be having the nice motherfucking lashes for my bad bitches to wear them
Period.
shits.
Meet
I'll
and
be having the
greets.
shades so my fly boys could wear them too.
Period.
And the do-rags.
Of course.
Yeah, because I love a nice chocolate or caramel man with my little face on the thing.
Yes,
Little
right.
face on the head of the do-rag. So, you know, yeah, like,
Promote me.
I'm manifesting all that. This is a start. And I'm already on episode 3, and I'm not stopping, okay? Because people are tuned in. I get a lot of feedback every day, and this is my passion. I love to talk. I love to engage with people, and I actually going to start doing something called Motivational Fridays. So they have this option where you can go live on YouTube. So I'll start going live like once a month on a Friday, and then I'll just start talking about anything that anyone may need to hear, you know, anything to motivate you, because I know what it's like where you feel down or you feel like you can't get up, you know, you need to hear those words where, trust me, I got you, okay? So I definitely want you guys to make sure you like, comment. I will make sure the comments are on this time. So make sure you comment anything, and I will be posting episode 4. I want to say next week I'll be posting what the topic is going to be about, but also I'll add it in the description when I post this video on Friday. So, well, when you see it, it will be Friday. This will be Friday when you see this video, but today's Tuesday. That's why I'm saying that, guys. But basically, I want to thank you guys. Keep tuning in, guys. Keep clicking that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. And always remember, support is free, and we love free.